Hello, I am Kobe Bryant. Let me ask you something. Do you want to be great, or do you just like the idea of greatness? There's a big difference. Everybody says they want success. Everybody wants the trophies, the recognition, the lifestyle. But when it comes down to the pain, the grind, the sacrifices, most people fold. They make excuses, they cut corners, they settle, but not you. You are here because you want more. You're here because you're ready to separate yourself from the pack. So let me make one thing clear. There are no excuses, there are no shortcuts, there is only the work. I lived by this my entire career. Every early morning, every late night, every extra rep, every sacrifice. I did it because I refused to let my excuses dictate my future. Today I'm going to break down what it truly takes to be great and why you need to eliminate every excuse, refuse every shortcut, and attack your goals like a champion. Greatness isn't built on talent alone, it's built on work. And not just any work, but an obsessive, relentless, uncompromising work ethic that separates the best from everyone else. Most people say they want to be successful, but when it's time to show up early, stay late, push through exhaustion, and sacrifice comfort, they start making excuses. I never allowed excuses to control my destiny. From the moment I stepped onto a basketball court, I knew one thing. No one was going to outwork me. That meant waking up at 4 a.m. while my competition was still sleeping, getting up thousands of extra shots before the first practice even started, and studying the game while others were relaxing. It meant training harder than anyone else, day in and day out, with a level of commitment that others simply weren't willing to match. People want to talk about natural ability, but talent without work ethic is meaningless. You have to be willing to do what others won't so you can achieve what others can't. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't luck, it's consistency. It's the ability to show up and put in the work even when you don't feel like it. I always approach training with one mindset. Every rep counts. I wasn't just practicing to get through a workout. I was practicing to be the greatest of all time. I broke down every aspect of my game, found my weaknesses, and attacked them with ruthless intensity. If my footwork was off, I'd spend hours fixing it. If my shot wasn't perfect, I'd take thousands of extra shots until it was automatic. Every day was another opportunity to separate myself. The truth is, most people don't succeed because they aren't willing to suffer for it. They want the reward without the sacrifice, the championship without the training, the success without the sweat. But that's not how it works. You don't get to be great by putting in half the effort. You have to show up when it's inconvenient. You have to push yourself past your limits. You have to fall in love with the grind. That's what separates champions from everybody else. There are no shortcuts to greatness, only reps, discipline, and an unbreakable commitment to outworking everyone. So ask yourself, are you truly putting in the work, or are you just talking about it? Because in the end, it all comes down to one simple truth. The one who works the hardest always wins. Discipline is the bridge between wanting success and actually achieving it. Most people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they lack the discipline to show up every single day no matter what. They do the work when they feel motivated, but the moment things get tough, they start making excuses. That's why so many people never reach their full potential. They let their feelings dictate their actions. But let me tell you something. Greatness doesn't care about your feelings. When I played in the NBA, I didn't train based on how I felt. I trained because I made a commitment to be the best. There were days when I was sore, exhausted, mentally drained, but I still showed up. I still put in the work because I knew that discipline is about doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to do it. That's what separates the elite from everyone else. The great ones don't wait for motivation. They build habits, they create routines, they eliminate distractions, they don't negotiate with themselves. If I set a goal to get up at 4 a.m. for a workout, there was no debate when the alarm went off. I didn't ask myself, do I feel like it today? No, I just did it. Because the moment you allow excuses to creep in, you've already lost. Most people want fast results, they want shortcuts. But success isn't about one big move. It's about thousands of small actions done consistently over time. It's about waking up every morning and making the right choices over and over again until those choices become who you are. People would ask me how I was able to maintain such an insane work ethic throughout my career. The answer: discipline became my identity. I wasn't just someone who worked hard. I was someone who refused to do anything less than my absolute best. That's what true discipline looks like. Think about it. Anyone can work hard for a day. Anyone can stay focused for a week, but can you stay locked in for years? Can you keep showing up when there's no instant reward? And that's what separates the great from the average. The real test is what you do when no one is watching. It's easy to post about your grind on social media. It's easy to tell people how bad you want it. But at the end of the day, the work you do in the dark is what shines in the light. Success isn't just about talent or hard work. It's about having the mental toughness to keep pushing forward when everything is against you. The truth is, there will be moments when you feel like quitting, when you're tired, when people doubt you, when life throws obstacles in your way. Most people break under that pressure. Champions don't. Mental toughness is about controlling your mindset, staying locked in no matter the circumstances, and never letting emotions dictate your action. You have to be stronger than your excuses, stronger than your fears, and stronger than any challenge in front of you. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail isn't that successful people don't struggle, it's that they refuse to quit. They push through pain. They don't let a bad day turn into a bad week and then let failure define them. When I tore my Achilles in 2013, I had a choice. I could let it break me, or I could get back up. And you already know what I did. I stepped to the free throw line, sank 2 shots, and walked off the court with my head high. Because that's what mental toughness looks like. It's not about avoiding pain. It's about pushing through it. It's about knowing that failure isn't final. It's fuel. Every setback is a lesson. Every loss is a chance to come back stronger. If you want to be great, you have to build an unbreakable mindset. That means eliminating self-doubt, shutting down negative thoughts, and refusing to be shaken by temporary struggles. When things get tough, you don't complain, you adjust. You don't look for sympathy, you look for solutions. The people who win in life aren't the ones who had it easy. They're the ones who fought through the storms and refused to break. How strong is your mind? Can you keep pushing when the odds are stacked against you? Can you stay focused when distractions try to pull you away? Because mental toughness isn't just something you're born with. It's something you build through adversity, through discipline, through relentless determination. If you want to succeed, stop looking for comfort. Look for challenges. Embrace the struggle. Develop a mindset so strong that nothing, no failure, no setback, no excuse can stop you. Most people kind of want success. They kind of want to be great, but kind of doesn't get you anywhere. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to be all in. No half efforts, no backup plans, no safety nets. Either you commit fully or you don't even step on the court. See, people love to say they want success, but when it comes time to sacrifice, they hesitate. They don't want to give up their comfort. They don't want to put in extra hours. They don't want to miss out on fun. But let me tell you something, you can't have both. You can't have an extraordinary life while putting in ordinary effort. You can't reach the top while carrying the habits of the average. When I was in the NBA, I wasn't just competing against other players. I was competing against their commitment. I knew that if I worked harder than everyone else, I would separate myself. That meant no partying, no wasted nights, no distractions. It meant saying no to anything that didn't align with my goals. Because the truth is, you don't get to the top by accident. You get there by making the hard choices every single day. Think about it. How many times have you set a goal but then let distractions pull you away? How many times have you promised yourself you'd be disciplined only to let excuses take over? That's the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. The people who make it are ruthless in their commitment. They don't just work hard when it's convenient. They make their goals their top priority. Are you really all in, or are you just hoping success comes easy? Because if you're not willing to give it everything you've got, someone else will. And when it's all said and done, the person who was more committed, more focused, and more relentless will be the one who wins. Greatness doesn't come to those who kind of want it. It comes to those who refuse to settle for anything less. Good enough is the enemy of greatness. Most people hit a certain level and get comfortable. They achieve a little success and suddenly they stop pushing, they stop learning, they stop growing. But the moment you start thinking you've made it is the moment you start falling behind. That's why the truly great ones never stop improving. I was obsessed with getting better. Every single day I looked for ways to sharpen my game, to fix my weaknesses, to refine every single detail. It didn't matter if I had just dropped 50 points in a game. I'd go back and find the mistakes, I'd study the film, break down my footwork, look for missed opportunities, and ask myself, how can I be better? Because I knew there was always another level, always another step to take. Most people don't have that mindset. They hit a goal and they relax. They think they can stay at the top by doing what got them there. But greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you're doing right now. The second you stop growing, someone else is out there grinding, ready to take your spot. That's why I treated every day like I was still chasing something. Because in my mind, I was never good enough. I always had something to prove to myself. If you want to be great, you have to develop an obsession with getting better. You have to wake up every day and ask yourself, what can I do today to improve? What's my weakness? Where can I grow? Because the people who reach the top and stay there aren't the ones who are satisfied. They're the ones who stay hungry no matter how much they've already achieved. Are you improving every single day? Or are you just going through the motions? Because in the end, the ones who become legends aren't the ones who were naturally gifted. They're the ones who never stop chasing greatness, never settle, never stop learning, never stop evolving. Everyone wants success, but very few are willing to pay the price. Because make no mistake, there is a price. If you want to be great, you're going to have to give up comfort. You're going to have to sacrifice time, energy, sleep, relationships, and sometimes even your own peace of mind. When I was in the league, I missed out on a lot. I wasn't at every party. I wasn't spending my nights relaxing or hanging out. Why? Because I was in the gym. I was watching film. I was preparing, training, sharpening my mind and my body. I wasn't willing to let distractions pull me away from my purpose. The truth is, most people aren't willing to make those sacrifices. They want to be successful, but they also want to be comfortable. They want to be great, but they don't want to miss out on fun. They want to reach the top, but they're not willing to give up the things that are holding them back. That's why so few people ever make it. Because greatness demands everything. You have to decide, how bad do you really want it? Are you willing to say no distractions? Are you willing to grind when everyone else is relaxing? Are you willing to wake up earlier, stay up later, push past exhaustion, and outwork everyone around you? Because if you're not, someone else is, and that person is going to take your spot. Success is a trade-off. You don't get to have it all. You either commit fully or you settle for average. But here's the thing, when you sacrifice for something bigger than yourself, it's never really a loss. Because in the end, what you gain, the knowledge, the discipline, the respect, the legacy is worth more than anything you gave up. Are you willing to make the sacrifices that greatness demands? Because if you're not, you're just another person who wants success, but isn't willing to earn it. Failure is inevitable. No matter how talented, disciplined, or hardworking you are, you will fail at some point. You will lose, you will get knocked down, you will face setbacks that make you question if it's even worth it. But here's what separates champions from everyone else. They don't stay down. They get back up every single time. I've had my share of failures. I've missed game-winning shots. I've lost championships. I've been doubted, criticized, and counted out. But I never let failure define me. Instead, I used it as fuel. I studied my mistakes, I learned from my losses, I took every failure and turned it into motivation to come back stronger. That's the mindset you need if you want to be great. Most people let failure break them. They take one loss and suddenly they doubt themselves, they hesitate, they start questioning their ability. But champions see failure differently. They see it as part of the process. They know that every setback is just a setup for a comeback. They don't let temporary losses shake their confidence because they know that the only real failure is quitting. Resilience is about having the mental strength to keep going when things don't go your way. It's about staying focused even when you're at your lowest point. It's about believing in yourself when no one else does. The truth is, if you can't handle failure, you'll never handle success. Because success isn't about never falling, it's about getting up every single time you do. Do you have the resilience to push through failure? Can you take a loss and use it as motivation instead of an excuse? Because in the end, the people who win aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who refuse to stay down. Some people play to participate, champions play to dominate. If you step onto the court, into the boardroom, onto the stage, wherever your battlefield is, you have to step in with one mindset: win at all costs, no fear, no hesitation, no mercy. I didn't just want to win. I wanted to destroy the competition. I wanted to leave no doubt that I was the best. That mindset, that killer instinct, is what separates good from great. It's the difference between people who are okay with success and people who demand it. The great ones don't wait for opportunities, they take them. They don't hope things go their way, they make it happen. Most people are afraid to be ruthless. They worry about what others will think. They hesitate when it's time to take a shot. But that's why they lose. Because the moment you hesitate, the moment you second guess yourself, someone else is already making their move. Success isn't about being polite, it's about being relentless. Having a killer instinct means knowing exactly what you want and going after without apology. It means refusing to let fear or doubt stop you. It means stepping onto your stage, looking at your competition and saying, you don't belong here with me. Because if you don't have that mindset, if you don't have the hunger to dominate, then someone else will take what you could have had. Are you playing to win, or are you just playing not to lose? Because there's a big difference. The ones who make history, the ones who leave a legacy, are the ones who refuse to be average. They don't just compete, they take over. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? Confidence isn't arrogance. It's knowing that you put in the work, that you prepared, and that you are ready to dominate. It's the quiet, unshakable belief that no matter what happens, you will find a way to win. Most people struggle with confidence because they wait for external validation. They want someone to tell them they're good enough, that they have what it takes. But the truth is, confidence comes from within. It comes from preparation, from discipline, from putting in so much work that doubt has no place in your mind. When I stepped on the court, I wasn't hoping to win because I knew I had outworked everyone else. Confidence isn't about never having doubt. It's about not letting doubt control you. It's about knowing that no matter what challenge is in front of you, you can handle it. It's about stepping into the moment and owning it. Some players let pressure break them. I thrived under pressure because I trusted myself. I knew that when the game was on the line, I wanted the ball in my hands. Not because I thought I was lucky, but because I had spent countless hours preparing for that moment. That's the kind of confidence you need in life. Trust yourself, trust your work, trust that no matter what happens, you will find a way to succeed. Because if you don't believe in yourself, you've already lost. There is no substitute for hard work. You can have talent, you can have potential, you can have all the tools, but if you don't put in the work, none of it matters. That's the reality. I wasn't the most athletic. I wasn't the strongest or the fastest, but I was the hardest worker in the room every single day. I put in more hours than anyone else. While others were sleeping, I was in the gym. While others were celebrating, I was studying film. While others were relaxing, I was grinding. Because I knew that talent fades if you don't sharpen it every day. Hard work is what keeps you at the top. Most people do the minimum. They work just enough to get by. But the great ones, they go beyond. They do more reps, take more shots, spend more hours perfecting their craft. They don't just put in work when they feel like it, they show up every single day no matter what. That's the difference between winners and losers. Are you really putting in the work, or are you just going through the motions? Because at the end of the day, success comes down to one simple fact. You either outwork your competition or they outwork you. Greatness isn't just about what you achieve, it's about how you inspire others. Being a leader isn't about giving orders or demanding respect. It's about setting the standard through your actions, through your dedication, through your relentless pursuit of excellence. When I played, I demanded the best from my teammates, not because I wanted to be tough, but because I wanted them to reach their full potential. A true leader brings out the best in others. They push people beyond their limits, not by talking, but by showing them what's possible. Leadership is about accountability. It's about holding yourself to a higher standard before you ever ask someone else to do the same. If you want to lead, you have to set the tone. You have to be the hardest worker in the room. You have to be the one who shows up early and stays late. You have to inspire through your actions, not just your words. Are you leading by example? Are you elevating those around you? Or are you just focused on yourself? Because true greatness isn't just about your success, it's about the impact you leave behind. No excuses, no shortcuts, just relentless effort, discipline, and an unbreakable mindset. Greatness isn't given, it's earned. It's built through sleepless nights, early mornings, and a fire inside you that refuses to be put out. You either want it or you don't. At the end of the day, ask yourself, did I give everything I had? Did I push myself past my limits? Did I do what others weren't willing to do? Because that's what separates the legends from the rest. So stop waiting, stop making excuses, go all in, put in the work, embrace the grind, and when the world looks back, they won't just see someone who played the game, they'll see someone who changed it.